years ago that never fade away. And I remember your face. When you hit the ground, I can recall the time and place. On the midnight.
Hey there, welcome back to Ursula's Farmhouse Kitchen. As you can see, we're not at my house today. We are in a store. And here are some of my new friends. Here's Vicky and Dana. So would y'all like to tell us about your store?
We've been at this location for coming up on 3 years, and we consider it an upscale vintage store. Everything's staged. We have wonderful vendors in here, and we love the store.
Yes, we do. We love the store.
How long have y'all been in business here?
3 years here, but we've been at another location before.
Okay.
So we moved out to this area. It's the growing part of the community, so
It
we
is.
like
It's
our
a really,
location.
it's booming out here this
It
way.
is.
Right.
All the growth is out this way.
It is. And so this is, what kind of store would you say this is? I wouldn't consider it a thrift store. It's better than that.
Yeah, we do consider it an upscale vintage store.
It's an upscale vintage
Mhm.
store. All right.
Yeah, everything's decorated and staged. We do seasonal, and like I said, we have a lot of really nice dealers on board
Y'all
that they know where to hunt.
So is it also like a consignment shop?
We don't have consignment. You rent space in here.
That's what it is. So you rent space and those people can sell their items here.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Okay.
We process and run their business for them Monday through Saturday.
Okay.
And they come in. Most of them come in about once a week and bring in new items and stage and all that for their area.
All right. Well, do you mind if you just share a little bit about what inspired you to have a vintage store?
We like to go junking. You
I
can
do
only
too.
have so much of it in your house, and then we had to have an outlet.
I've always enjoyed, just in the last 10 years, not all my life, but my sister and I, we like to look for things at Goodwill, but it's like, you know, it's kind of like it's happenstance. You don't always find good things
Right.
at thrift stores, but this is different than just a regular thrift store. This is so much better, y'all. And you know, this area right here reminds me of Shabby Chic. Shabby Chic, is that right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and it's like new and old things together.
We
And
do have new and old things together.
Yeah.
We have several dealers who buy from the mart and bring in new stuff.
Okay.
But we think it's a happy mix with the dealers that we have that are searching for vintage.
Exactly.
It's getting hard to find vintage because we're not like we can go purchase at the mart replicas and just get a whole box and have a case. We buy these things one at a time as we find them, and we go to estate sales and auctions and places like that. But they don't have multiple typewriters and multiple, vintage things. So
Right.
we buy them one at a time and bring them in.
Yeah. Well, can y'all walk around with me in the store and let me
Sure.
show you my favorite things?
Absolutely.
And then maybe you could tell me a story about, what it is.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah. So, tell us about these. Are these lanterns?
They are lanterns.
Okay.
And
So,
you can put a candle in there, bird nest. You can decorate them anyway.
they're beautiful.
They
I'm very interested in getting a smaller one. That one might be a little bit too big for my house because I've got a small dining room. But I just love like all these country touches, and I just love. And you can tell that it's this is probably not. Is this vintage or is this a new item?
That's a new item.
So that's a new item. But let's.
This is vintage.
Okay. So that's an antique.
It
Okay.
is.
And does something have to be a certain amount of years to be considered antique?
From what I understand, furniture has to be 100 years old.
Okay.
It needs to be 25 plus years to be considered vintage.
Okay. So 25 plus years to be vintage. All right. Well, let's walk
Unless it's a
around.
car. A car can be 25 years and considered an antique.
Oh, wow.
But that's just in the car world.
Okay. I wanted to stop over here at these little baby clothes back here because these are vintage clothes for
Yes.
children, and I just think they're precious.
They are.
And look at this right here. Can you get a picture of this? So this is that like a vanity
It is, or a dresser.
Okay.
It probably was a mirror.
Okay.
Most people, we had one in recently and we painted the inside of it chalk. And a business owner that runs a local business came in and bought it
Okay.
to change out her sign every day.
And your prices are very reasonable too. Like this one is only 90 is what it says.
And she's supposed to come pick it up. So.
I saw that. It's on hold.
Yeah, it's on
And it
hold,
is.
and I love all the carving on that one.
And you've got sheet music here. And this is beautiful too.
Isn't that
So
amazing?
is this a lantern of sorts too? And you
It
could
can
put-
be, or you could decorate it like a terrarium with plants, but
Okay.
I definitely would go with a candle ring and candles and that kind of stuff.
And you could definitely put some Easter bunnies in there for Easter, so you can just seasonally decorate it.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. That is so pretty.
And those are really old lamps right there.
Oh wow, the red and green.
Yes.
Those are beautiful.
And we just had someone that came in and sold it to us.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Cleaning up a place that.
I love how you hang things from the ceiling too.
We believe in using every inch.
This, what do you call this right here?
This is a hoop skirt that goes under the dresses way back when, you know how they were really puffy and
Can you
big.
get a picture of this right here? The hoop skirt.
It's an old
That
one.
is a hoop skirt that the ladies used to wear under their dresses.
Like Scarlet.
Yeah, like Scarlett O'Hara.
They had to have had big doors.
Oh yeah.
We get stuck in a door now trying to wear
I
something
had
like
no
that.
idea that's what that was.
Yeah, they went under their dresses.
So cool.
Yeah, we've got some undergarments from the old days here.
And
Isn't this beautiful?
the furniture is gorgeous. So this is mahogany.
Mhm.
I love
And
this.
it's all the pieces. It's got on the back, the headboard, that dresser, top, that goes to the dresser, that mirror over there. And there's a
I love
nightstand.
this too.
Isn't
So
that
this
pretty?
looks like a high boy, doesn't it?
It is, and it's got that beveled mirror,
This is my favorite right here.
the beads.
Yeah, the mirror itself and the beads, so pretty. But I just love your store. Let's keep going. Yeah. Oh, and I love this lamp too.
Isn't that sweet?
It is beautiful.
That could go just about anywhere.
And y'all, their prices are on point. They're just so reasonable. Like this lamp is only $28. When you go to Hobby Lobby and all these other places, even Target, lamps are expensive.
They are.
Right.
So you've got some really good prices for everyone.
Thank you, we try.
And this is one of our favorite pieces too, this lantern.
Isn't that neat?
So pretty. And it has the little drawer.
Yeah, I
Detail.
could see like a doily sticking out of there, or some
Yeah.
moss with a little bunny stuck in it.
You can decorate that for Christmas or anything.
It's seasonal, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's got a electric candle in it.
Uh-huh.
So,
And Dana, tell me about these beautiful vintage clothes
You
for
know,
babies.
most of them, I'd have to say, came from estate sales.
Okay.
And usually you'll always find their stash of clothes that they had for their children, you know, from years ago.
Right.
And these are older people that passed, and their children just left these old dresses.
If I
of
were
theirs.
to buy something like this, would I need to just hang it up and make it as a decor?
Some
Or
people
really
hang
use
it, especially if you have little pegs, you can hang
Okay.
it. But another good thing, I have my dress from when I was baptized as a baby. It's under glass. I put it
Okay.
under glass with some of the other items.
I think I'm gonna have to have this. Can you hold this for me?
I can.
Thank you. I'm gonna have that today. I just love it. And I don't have any grandchildren, but I'm just gonna, have it in one of our bedrooms as decor.
Right.
So,
Oh, yeah.
It's just a sweet piece.
it's just a sweet little piece I can put.
Some of these have been upcycled a little bit. Like I added this trim on, and I put a little doily on it.
Right.
But this is a little gown from the 60s. This is what they
Oh.
wore all the time.
And this is a beautiful item too. Is this not
Yes.
precious?
Right.
This
I
is,
love that one.
yeah, I'm kind of going back and forth between these two, but that little dress is precious. But see, this has the bloomers under it. It's just adorable. And it's only $35. That's a very reasonable price for
an
vintage
old
clothing.
piece.
And I'm impressed with all of your wood items too. Like this is gorgeous. And it has the little bird nest. So what would you call this? It almost reminds me of a candlestick.
It is, and we collect salvage pieces all the time.
Okay.
So it could have been a post off of a bed or something
Yeah.
like that, but we always upcycle. and
So
turn
someone
it.
just created
Yes.
it with the arrangement.
Mhm.
And this is one of my favorite arrangements that you got. And I'm using this as my thumbnail for the video today.
Oh, nice.
So can you tell me a little bit? This is Raggedy Ann,
It is.
and is this Andy here?
It is. And these are just little primitive
Oh,
Raggedy Anns that we made.
so adorable, y'all. I tell you what, this store is just full of treasures. Y'all need to come to this store, Vintage Junction. It's amazing. All right, let's keep going.
Okay.
And these bags are really pretty. So are those vintage or are those
No,
new?
these are new.
Okay.
We both have one.
So-
We love them.
They're just supposed to be, they're made to look vintage, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we love using them in summer.
Those are
More
gorgeous.
lampshades with vintage
So,
slips.
so those are slips from,
They're probably from the 60s. This one might be a little older. But the funny thing is, a lot of if you have some older viewers, they're going to remember wearing these at Easter and how itchy they are.
oh, okay. Oh, goodness. Yeah, that was before my time because I was born in the 60s. This is a vintage wedding gown. Oh, my goodness. It's beautiful. Beautiful. They've just got so many beautiful things here. And it's so unique. This shop is just so unique.
There's really not another one in our area like this that's
Right.
fully staged and
Yeah.
seasonal all the time.
Yeah, I've been to several in the area, and they're just totally different than this one because some of them just have, the antique furniture.
Right.
But you've got a little bit of everything here.
We do have a little bit of everything. We feel like we've got all the bases covered. If you need home decor, we also have handmade soap. We have local honey. We carry a lot of things that would interest a lot of different people.
And it's that chalk paint that y'all got. We'll walk over there when we get finished in here. But there's a paint section.
Yes.
So what type of paint is that for? Is that for furniture?
Yes, it's definitely for furniture or even small shelves or,
Okay.
I mean, you can paint anything with it. We like it. The coverage is really good and I can't stand to do, I'm good for 2 coats and it should be done.
Oh, yeah.
That will do the trick with that. A lot of
Y'all got some vintage saws right there. Are those bedposts right there?
they are salvaged from a table.
Oh, from a table.
Mhm, but they were so ornate, and the tabletop wasn't salvageable, so
Okay.
we pulled the legs.
I love how you can still use it,
Well, and that's just it. Someone can come in that needs legs, because you can buy legs,
Okay.
even if you go to Lowe's or somewhere. But these are a lot more interesting, and the price is a lot better.
Right.
The
Right.
legs alone, these are $8 each. They're probably about 40 each, and they're simple legs.
Uh-huh.
If you go buy them new, so. And there's still people who or they put them on something else and make it into a table, like an old door or something, but they still need their table legs.
Okay. And I love your cotton stalks over there. Those are so organic. That's one of our words, like for decorating. Because nowadays the modern organic is something that people are doing, but I would call that's not modern. That would be definitely like farmhouse.
Right.
And I like modern farmhouse, and a new word that I like is, what is the word? There's another word with farmhouse now.
Well, one of our favorite things that's a new thing is cottage farmhouse.
Cottage farmhouse. You took the words
I
out of my
love
mouth.
that look.
And that's the kind of couches that I have in my house. So I like for everything to be cozy with nice blankets.
That's what we like. We like cozy. But a lot of people have invested, in their barn doors, and they have a lot of
Right.
farmhouse. This is the way to kind of step it up in a different direction, but not have to, chunk everything out that you've
Right.
already got. So
Right.
it's pretty cohesive.
And I like the chunky blankets that people are making with, the chunky knit
With the
blankets.
big yarn, yeah.
And I can do that. So that's going to be one of my
Really?
episodes. I can teach people how to do that.
I'll be sure to watch that because
Okay.
I've been wanting to make one.
I've made one king size one for my bed, and it's really nice and warm. But you can just have it for looks too, you know.
Yeah.
Or you can have it as a throw. You
I
can
want
make
it, yeah,
different
for a
sizes.
sofa.
Yeah.
Movie time.
Yeah.
Those are very pretty.
So that's going to be one of our episodes. But anyway, you want us to go to another room? Because I noticed some things back here too. Oh, tell me about this area. Because this is where people have they have different booths all over the store,
Right,
right?
there's different booths, but these are different people on these shelves.
So these are different vendors.
Mm-hmm.
And that little dolly is so precious.
She's a really neat dealer that comes in.
It's a music box, right?
Yes.
She's got music.
And her name is Lauren.
Lauren! Beautiful. Let's sit you back down because we don't want to disturb anything. And I noticed when I was in here a few days ago, there's a dachshund up there.
Mm-hmm.
And I spoke with that vendor and told her that we have 2 dachshunds.
Oh,
Yep. And we have
she
lots
really
of
knows her
dachshunds.
glass.
Oh, okay. So those are those fine china items?
A lot of them.
Okay. Yeah, I spoke with
Bone
her.
china, that kind of thing. She carries a lot of high-end glass.
This is precious right here.
It is.
And see, this item is only $20, so everything in here is very, very reasonable. And very authentic, too. And then you've got, like, beachy items over here. And I noticed these jars. Those are really pretty. Because you could put seashells in those.
Right.
Or, you
Cut,
know, even...
cut flowers from the
Yeah,
yard.
cut flowers. Or go to Hobby Lobby and get some of their real touch flowers would be pretty in there.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed these essential oils.
They're,
They're tinctures and body butters.
right.
Okay.
Now, and we use her products.
Okay.
They're good. She's got a pretty nice following from people who are looking, that use it on a daily basis. And so they'll come out here and purchase their stock, and she'll notify everybody when she's got a new batch in.
Okay, so are these homemade items?
They are.
Okay.
She has, I can't remember how many years that she says that she's studied this.
Oh, wow.
But she's got a lot of years under her belt. And then the bottom one are for dogs.
Okay, so this is apothecary,
Uh-huh.
herbal apothecary.
Yes.
Now I see the word up here.
Yes.
And so she does have things that will help dogs?
Yes.
Because I have a very sick dog.
Do you?
Stanley is my male dachshund, and he has diabetes. So he's always got an upset stomach, bless his heart. And his blood sugar is just, off the chain. He has insulin twice a
Well, I take that because I'm also diabetic.
Okay.
And my husband fusses that he can't remember things, so he takes mental focus.
Nice.
But we both do the elderberry delight because
I
that
have
helps
heard-
inflammation, and it's pretty good. It
I
makes
have
you feel
heard I've heard about that.
builds your immune system. So.
Okay. So I probably need to call this lady and talk to her. I think I need some of that. And I noticed your angel wings the other day. So the photo booth
Uh-huh.
where you can take pictures.
Yes.
And look at the feather lampshade up there. And was that also one of the little hoop things?
It is a lampshade, but that is a little skirt.
That's a little skirt, like
Uh-huh.
for a child.
Yes.
Okay. So that's vintage.
Yes.
Okay, that is so sweet. And I'm not sure what this style is, but I love it.
It's just a little boho. With
Yes,
crochet.
boho. That's
Mhm.
exactly what I would call it.
These are little primitive angels up here.
Oh,
You see their little crowns and wings.
uh-huh.
And those were made from spindles.
And this is a beautiful vase. Is that what that is? It's a vase.
I love this kind of vine looking things.
And look how beautiful this is. That is gorgeous. Is that a table runner?
It's a runner.
Oh, how beautiful. I would say
It's
it
really
looks
long.
It looks boho as well.
It does.
I love that natural look. I've got a lot of this at my house.
We gravitate toward the neutral stuff.
Mm-hmm. Love that. All right, little birdie, you can come back now. So most of your items are for sale, like this
Yes.
chair. This is a beautiful chair over here. Are you serious? It's only $35 for the chair? Wow.
That's right.
That is a very good price. Let me think if I have a space that I need this chair. I love this. I would say it's almost like a barrel style
Yes.
chair.
Right.
Because I've seen things. That is beautiful. I bet this is an antique, isn't it?
I do believe it's very close.
Okay. I've got a big mirror in the back of my car right now. I might have to come back and
Well, we can hold it for you.
Okay. And so this holds firewood.
It does.
That's pretty. It's hand
Somebody
painted.
did a lot of toll painting on that. A lot of work went into
Hand
that.
painted. That's a beautiful chair right there.
There's a set of 4 of them.
Look how beautiful that tapestry is. And she's got vintage clothing in this picture frame. That's so cool too. And is that a bassinet for a baby?
It is.
An antique, maybe?
I don't know if it's an antique, but it's old. It's definitely old. The legs pop out and stand up. Those look so beautiful on the front porch filled with ferns.
Oh.
They really look pretty.
Well, it's definitely vintage though.
Because I would be afraid to use the old stuff for
Oh,
babies
yeah.
because there's so many.
The safety and all.
Yes, but I'd pop a fern in there in a heartbeat.
Yeah. I love that old swing too. And is that an old cosmetic bag?
It is. It's a train case.
Oh.
And it's just,
So this is an
Been there.
old train case up here that people would put their cosmetics in. That is so cool. Very vintage. I just love it back here.
I remember the days, all those years ago that never fade away. And I remember your face when you hit the ground. I can recall the time and place on a midnight walk through the old streets, trying to turn back the clock to the days of old, back to the days when all the things we knew were made of gold. As the world moves on, time sings a song. In the old neighborhood, as the clock strikes 1, the memory lives just as it stood, like a quiet dream. The shadows of that time are cast beneath the streetlight beam. As the world moves on, time sings a song. Don't cry, don't cry. As the days move along, you can remember their song. I remember the days. Looking back, I can't see clearly how we had it made. And I remember every face. And when I think of them, it takes me to that time and place. As the world moves on, time sings a song. Don't cry, don't cry. As the days move along, you can remember that song.
I would like to thank the ladies, the owners of Vintage Junction, so much for letting me video their store and having them in my special interview this week. Thank you so much, ladies. And everyone, thank you for watching my video today.
As the day